With our interview with Angela Bofill. The Bronx-born singer-songwriter suffered 2 strokes, but neither stroke could take away her positive, humorous personality or her fighter spirit, which you obviously heard in our first part. You know, it's interesting to note that researchers from Finland found that if a stroke patient listens to music for a couple hours a day, their verbal memory and attention is better, and they have a more positive mood than patients who did not listen to anything. Angela's fans also know that after she lost the ability to sing, she returned to the stage for the Angela Bofill Experience, in which she skillfully narrated her life story with her band and other singers who sang her hit songs. Now we're going to continue on with our exclusive interview with Angela Bofill. You're a long-time advocate of living foods, raw, uncooked, organic, vegetarian foods. I've read that in a lot of articles. You said it was partly due to your vocal training. Can you explain how your vocal training kind of inspired you to get on the raw and uncooked, organic, vegetarian food kick?
Well, more energy. You know, traveling so much, I need energy. You know, lately drinking coffee. Yes, basically I feel better. You know, eating it. But now more vegan, no
and
meat,
juicing,
and you know.
I read that you love carrot juice is one of your favorites. Are you still juicing? Because you've been juicing for like 30 years, right? You were ahead of the trend with juicing.
Yeah, don't so much now because I don't cook myself no more. My daughter more, you know.
So now let's talk a little bit about your stroke. So you suffered you suffered 2 strokes. First one was, I believe, in 2006. Can you tell us a little bit about the symptoms you were having before the stroke?
Well, one Sunday evening, my daughter and me going out a friend at dinner, and after driving back, and all of a sudden a pop in the brain, you know, pop, and I don't talk, you know, hard to talk, and I don't walk, you know. And my daughter, God bless her, called the ambulance and rushed to the hospital. And a doctor told me I have a stroke. Oh, my God. And, you know, a 6-month therapy, you know, physical therapy and, you know, again, to talk again and walk again. I usually came, but refuse it by an electric chair because I use it and lose it, you know. And that's it. Ooh, that's scary.
I'm not. I know I found Luther after he had a stroke. Luther had type 2 diabetes, and he was suffering headaches, had some severe headaches a week or 2 prior to the actual stroke. I'm wondering, were any of those symptoms for you as well?
No. Nope. But a doctor told me I have diabetes and high blood pressure. Combined, that could cause a stroke, you know?
You're living with type 2 diabetes and high blood pressure at the time of the stroke?
Yes.
How long had you been living with type 2 diabetes? Luther had it for about 20 years prior before he had the stroke. I'm curious, was that something that had been recently diagnosed, or was it diagnosed after you had the stroke?
After the stroke, because my mother suffered a diabetes too, years and years, probably a family problem, you know. But, you know, control it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing that I think is so important for people is that, you know, Luther had the stroke and he was alone, and he had been alone for several hours before he found him. In your case, you were with your daughter, and you were able to seek medical attention right away. And I'm sure you would agree that made a big difference, even though this was a long and hard recovery from the first stroke. That really made a big difference with how you're able to even be with us today.
Yes, indeed, yeah. I'm very grateful.
Did music play any part in the therapy for you when you were recovering from the first stroke?
Well, after the stroke, forget all of my songs, words, everything. Only song I remember, Happy Birthday.
Well, that's a good one to know. If you're going to know anyone, that's a good one to know. How long was it from the first stroke until the second stroke? Because you made a pretty strong recovery. You must have been feeling better, and then suddenly you were shocked by a second stroke occurring.
Yes, a year. 2006, the first stroke. A second one, 2007.
So many of our listeners have suffered some kind of complication, and a lot of our listeners have suffered from strokes as well. And I'm just curious if you could share what motivated you to come back, because you're exceptional. You could hear the passion and the light coming out of your voice right now over the airwaves. What would you tell people right now who just don't know if they have the strength to come back from an experience like you had?
Well, positive affirmation helped me a lot, Still, Louise Hay, excellent book study, and affirmations and a power of a brain. I love myself, and I love my kidney and my heart. Yeah, etc. A lot of prayer, meditation. Every day, thankful. Alive, a beautiful life. But the biggest joy, a grandmother, though. Oh, my God. I love it. Absolutely love it.